Wisdom seekers, what I'm about to reveal may leave you speechless, perhaps even shake you to your core. If you're watching this right now, understand this. It is no accident. God has led you here because something powerful is unfolding in your life. You might feel stuck, like your deepest desires and needs are just beyond your reach. But hear me clearly, God's plan for you is far greater than you can comprehend. Even when everything seems impossible, His divine timing is at work. You are standing on the edge of a miraculous breakthrough, even if you can't see it yet. This isn't just a message of encouragement. It's a divine confirmation that you are not alone. Before we dive into this life-changing revelation, take a moment to do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 1,000 subscribers, and comment the number 77 as a declaration of faith. This simple act sends a powerful vibration into the universe, amplifying the energy of this message. And remember, if you are truly a chosen one, you will stay until the end, because deep within, your spirit already knows this message is meant for you. But if you're not ready for the truth, you may not make it through. For those who do, your life will never be the same. Now let's begin. Understanding your unique purpose. Let's kick things off by diving into the heart of today's topic. You cannot conceive what God has planned for you, because His plans surpass even the wildest dreams of your imagination. The mystery of the divine blueprint. Think of your life as a magnificent painting, where every brushstroke has been meticulously planned by the master artist. You might see just a splash of colors, but there's a grand design behind it, a blueprint that only God can fully comprehend. Bold statements. God's design for you is far beyond what you can ever imagine. That's why, even when you feel uncertain or limited, you need to trust that the picture is still coming together beautifully. Ever noticed how the best adventures start with a leap of faith? Just like stepping off a cliff, of course. With a parachute, trusting God means venturing into the unknown, believing that He has already charted the course. Practical tip. Every time doubt creeps in, remind yourself that the unknown is where miracles are born. Write it down, say it out loud, and let it sink in. I am part of a divine plan that surpasses my understanding. Spiritual qualities to cultivate. Cultivate. Faith, think, trust is the currency of the spiritual journey. Without it, even the most brilliant plans fall short. Just as a seed takes time to bloom into a majestic tree, so too does your life require time to manifest the greatness that God has in store. Resilience. When setbacks occur, and they will, remember that every challenge is a stepping stone towards the destiny meant for you. Sometimes life feels like you're trying to put together a piece of IKEA furniture without the manual. You've got all these scattered pieces, and you're thinking, is this even meant to be a chair? Or am I destined to sit on the floor forever? The best chairs are assembled piece by piece, and sometimes a few extra screws or divine interventions make all the difference. 5. Actionable takeoff. Tonight, take a few moments before bed. Reflect on one area of your life where you feel limited. Write down a small step you can take to trust God's plan, no matter how invisible the progress may seem. Breaking free from self-imposed boundaries now. Let's get real about the illusions that hold us back. Many of us live with self-imposed limitations, beliefs that whisper, you're not capable, or your dreams are too big. But here's the twist. Those limits are not set by you. They're merely fog on the horizon, obscuring the brilliant sunrise that is God's vision for your life. The source of our limitations. Sometimes our minds become a battleground where fear and doubt wage war against possibility. But these limitations are like outdated software. It's time for a spiritual, bold statement. Your limitations are not a reflection of your true potential. They are just stepping stones to a greater self, designed to be overcome by the strength of God's promise. Story to reflect on. I imagine a caterpillar crawling along the ground, never imagining that one day it will transform into a majestic butterfly. That caterpillar is you when you let limitations dictate your life. But when you trust in God's plan, you're like that caterpillar breaking free from its cocoon, ready to soar into the heavens. Reflect on the story of Moses, a man who initially doubted his own capabilities, yet was chosen to lead an entire nation. His doubts were not his destiny. They were merely part of the process that led him to greatness. 3. Practical strategies to break free. identify, and challenge. Start by identifying one limiting belief that holds you back. Write it down and then write a counterstatement that aligns with God's truth for your life. Affirmations. Create a list of affirmations that reinforce your divine potential. Repeat them daily until they become part of your inner dialogue. Seek support. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, spiritual mentors, community, or even that friend who always reminds you of your worth. 4. A dose of humor. Ever tried to put together a puzzle with a missing piece? It's frustrating, right? But guess what? Sometimes the missing piece is exactly what forces you to see the bigger picture. Embrace the mystery. After all, even the best puzzles are meant to be challenging. 5. The ultimate takeaway. Remember, the limits you perceive are not barriers, but gateways to your transformation. Trust that every challenge you face is a divine invitation to step into your greatness. Write this on a sticky note and place it somewhere you'll see it daily. I am limitless because I am chosen by God. Trusting the unseen. Faith in action. Now that we've tackled the blueprint and the limitations, it's time to talk about the heart of the matter. Trusting the unseen. In a world where evidence is everything, believing in something you cannot physically see can be downright challenging. But here's the catch. God's work is often unseen, yet its impact is immeasurable. 1. What does it mean to trust the unseen? Faith over sight. Remember the old saying, seeing is believing. Well, sometimes believing comes before seeing. Trusting the unseen means you're leaning into God's promises, even when your vision is clouded by doubt. A spiritual perspective. Just as the wind is invisible, yet its effects are felt in every rustle of the leaves, God's presence is felt in the quiet moments of our lives, guiding us towards a destiny far greater than what we can see. 2. Real-life examples of faith. Think of stories from everyday life. People who, despite the odds, stepped into their divine destiny. It could be someone who faced insurmountable obstacles, but, by trusting in God, turned their challenges into triumphs. A quote to ponder: faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. This famous quote encapsulates the essence of trusting God with your future, even when the path isn't entirely clear. 3. Practical steps to cultivate faith. Daily devotionals. Start your day with a quiet moment of reflection. Whether it's reading a spiritual passage, journaling, or simply sitting in silence, allow yourself to connect with God's presence. Prayer and meditation. Use prayer as a tool to express your trust in God. Let your prayers be honest and raw, sharing your fears and your hopes, and then let go, knowing that God is listening. Gratitude practice. Every day, list at least 3 things you're grateful for. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to doubt, a reminder that even when you can't see the full picture, there's already so much to celebrate. 4. Injecting humor into faith. Sometimes trusting the unseen feels like waiting for a delayed package. You're checking the door, peeking through the window, and wondering, is it really coming or did I order something that never arrives? But here's the twist. God's timing is always perfect, even if it doesn't align with our impatient expectations. So, keep the faith and maybe invest in a good set of comfy shoes for the wait. 5. Encouraging words. Wisdom seekers trust that every unseen step is a part of God's master plan. Every moment of uncertainty is simply the prelude to a breakthrough that you might not yet understand. Embrace the mystery, lean into your faith, and remember that the best is yet to come. The power of divine timing. When patience meets purpose, we often find ourselves caught between the urgency of our dreams and the slow pace of progress. But here's the spiritual secret. Divine timing is never early, never late. It's always exactly right. 1. Understanding divine timing. Concept explanation. Divine timing is like waiting for your favorite song to come on the radio. It might take a while, but when it does, you'll know it was meant for that very moment. Bold statement. God's timing is the heartbeat of your destiny. Even when you're feeling stuck or frustrated, remember that every pause is pregnant with potential and every delay is a setup for something extraordinary. 2. Stories that inspire. And consider the story of Joseph in the Bible, whose journey from being sold into slavery to rising as a leader in Egypt was a vivid testament to the power of divine timing. His story reminds us that sometimes the most challenging detours are exactly where God is preparing you for greatness. Think of a personal story from your own life. Maybe a moment when everything seemed to be going wrong, only for a blessing to reveal itself in the most unexpected way. These stories are the threads of God's tapestry, weaving together a narrative of hope, resilience, and undeniable purpose. 3. Practical advice for embracing divine timing. Patience as a virtue. Cultivate patience. In a world that glorifies instant gratification, remember that some of the most beautiful outcomes take time to unfold. Mindful reflection. When you feel the sting of waiting, take a moment to reflect on past experiences where things worked out perfectly. Let those memories be your anchor. Celebrate the small wins. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Celebrate those moments as signs of progress on your spiritual journey. Let's be honest, waiting can be as annoying as a song that gets stuck in your head on loop. But unlike that repetitive tune, divine timing is like a surprise remix that makes everything worthwhile. So next time you're feeling impatient, just imagine God DJing your life with the perfect track at exactly the right moment. 5. Key takeaway. Remember, every moment of waiting is a deliberate pause, a moment for God to prepare you. Embrace the wait with a joyful heart, knowing that each delay is just the universe's way of aligning everything perfectly for you. The intersection of faith and action, walking in your divine destiny. Faith is a beautiful and tangible force, but it becomes even more powerful when coupled with action. Including God's plan means stepping out in faith even when you can't see the entire journey ahead. 1. The call to action. Bold statement. Your destiny isn't going to just appear on its own. It requires you to take that first brave step, even when the way forward is shrouded in mystery. What would you attempt if you were completely unburdened by fear? The answer lies in embracing your divine calling and acting upon it, no matter how small the initial step might seem. Seeable steps to move forward. Set clear, intentional goals. Write down your dreams and break them into manageable steps. Think of it as crafting a roadmap where each milestone brings you closer to the realization of your divine purpose. And embrace discomfort. Growth often happens outside of your comfort zone. Acknowledge that the discomfort of stepping into the unknown is a sign that you're on the right path. Surround yourself with encouragement, whether it's a mentor, a spiritual community, or inspirational content like this video. Seek out influences that reaffirm your worth and your destiny. 3. Spiritual practices to strengthen your resolve. Meditative prayer. Use moments of quiet to center your thoughts and invite divine guidance. Meditation is like a reset button for your soul, allowing you to clear the clutter and focus on what truly matters. Gratitude journaling. Keep a journal where you record moments of divine intervention, however small. Over time, this journal will become a testament to the miraculous ways God is working in your life. Community sharing. Sometimes sharing your journey with others can ignite a spark of inspiration, not only for you, but for those walking a similar path. Remember, we're all in this together, and your story might just be the light someone else needs. 4. A lighthearted moment. Imagine if superheroes waited until they were 100% sure of every detail before taking action. The world would be devoid of caped crusaders saving the day. Just like superheroes, you're designed to act with courage even when the odds seem insurmountable. Trust that your divine superpower lies in your ability to take that leap of faith. 5. Core message. Take action. Let your faith be the spark that ignites action. Step out even if your path is not fully lit. Each step you take in trust of God's plan propels you closer to the destiny you were always meant to fulfill. Overcoming doubt, transforming your inner critic into a spiritual ally. Every journey is riddled with moments of self-doubt and internal criticism. But here's a radical perspective. Your inner critic can transform into your greatest spiritual ally when you learn to trust in God's truth. 1. Identifying the inner critic. That nagging voice that tells you you're not enough, or this will never work, is nothing more than an echo of past experiences and fears. Recognize that this voice is not the gospel truth of who you are. Bold statement. The inner critic is just a temporary fog on the window of your soul. With faith and divine guidance, you can wipe it away to reveal the clear, radiant view of your potential. 2. Turning the tables. Affirmation of worth. Each time your inner critic speaks, counter it with a divine affirmation. Remind yourself, I am chosen, I am capable, and God's plan for me is far greater than any fear I hold. Spiritual reflection. Reflect on scriptures or spiritual teachings that reinforce your value. For instance, the Bible tells us, "For I know the plans I have for you," declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future. This isn't just a promise. It's a declaration of your divine worth. 3. Practical techniques to silence the doubt. Mindfulness and meditation. Whenever negative thoughts creep in, take a deep breath and center yourself in the present moment. Let each breath remind you of the divine presence that infuses your every cell. C. Affirmative journaling. Keep a daily journal where you write down your successes, no matter how small. Over time, this log of achievements becomes a powerful testament to your resilience and God's working in your life. Sharing your journey. Sometimes speaking about your doubts with a trusted friend or mentor can help reframe your thoughts. Remember, vulnerability is not a weakness. It's a bridge to deeper faith and connection. Picture your inner critic as a grumpy old neighbor who never misses a chance to comment on your life. Now, imagine inviting that neighbor in for a cup of tea, listening to their grumbles, and then gently reminding them that the house is being built by a master architect. Sometimes a little humor can disarm negativity and pave the way for a more compassionate inner dialogue. Wisdom seekers. Transforming your inner critic into a source of strength requires practice, patience, and above all, trust in God's unwavering plan. Each time you silence that voice with a word of faith, you are one step closer to living the life you are destined to lead. Embracing your divine identity. You are the chosen one. Let's bring everything together by focusing on a powerful truth. You are the chosen one, handpicked by God to fulfill a purpose that transcends human limitations. Your identity is not defined by your past mistakes, your current struggles, or even your future doubts. It's defined by the divine spark that God has placed within you. Spiritual insights. In every fiber of your being lies a reflection of God's creativity and love. You are more than the sum of your experiences. You are a vessel of divine potential, destined to impact the world in ways that only you can. A call to action. Embrace the truth that your life is not a series of random events, but a carefully orchestrated narrative that unfolds according to God's master plan. Daily affirmations. Start each day by affirming your divine identity. I am chosen, I am capable, I am guided by a love that surpasses all understanding. Let these words be your armor as you navigate the challenges of life. Inspire others as you grow in your understanding of your divine identity. Share your light with others. Your story of overcoming doubt and embracing your destiny can serve as a beacon of hope for those still lost in the darkness. 3. Humor to light the way. Imagine if everyone wore a chosen one badge. Not only would it spark conversations, but it might also remind us all that, despite our quirks and imperfections, each of us carries a spark of the divine. And if someone ever questions your badge, just flash them a smile and say, "Oh, this old thing, it's a work in progress." 4. A reflective exercise. Take a moment right now to close your eyes and envision the best version of yourself, a self unburdened by limitations, radiant with confidence, and fully aligned with God's purpose. Let that image seep into your soul and remind you that your true identity is one of divine promise and power. 5. Conceive. Message recap. Wisdom seekers, remember that being chosen by God means you are destined for greatness, even when you cannot yet conceive of the magnitude of your purpose. Embrace your divine identity, silence the doubts, and walk boldly into the life that God has planned for you. Ripple effect. How your faith impacts the world when you choose to trust God's plan and step into your divine destiny. Your actions create ripples that extend far beyond your personal life. Every act of faith, every moment of courage inspires others and transforms the community around you. 1. The power of one. Your life is a testament to the infinite possibilities that arise when faith meets action. By stepping into your calling, you become a catalyst for change, an inspiration for others to trust in their own divine journeys. Think of individuals who have changed the world, not through grand gestures alone, but through small, consistent acts of faith, whether it's a kind word at the right moment or a generous act that seems inconsequential at first glance. Your actions have the power to ignite a spark in someone else's heart, creating a community of faith. Build connections. Surround yourself with others who share your commitment to living a life of purpose. A community that nurtures faith, shares stories of triumph, and supports each other through challenges creates an environment where everyone can thrive. Share your journey on social media, in community gatherings, or even in casual conversations. Your story, no matter how personal, has the potential to inspire someone else to take their first step toward their divine destiny. Your impact, every moment you spend trusting in God and acting on your divine purpose, adds to your legacy, a spiritual footprint that can outlive any earthly accomplishment. Know that your journey is not just about you. It's about the ripple effect of hope and inspiration that spreads across the world. Actionable insights. Consider mentoring someone who is struggling with doubt. Share your story, offer a listening ear, and let your example be a guiding light. Sometimes the smallest act of kindness can have the biggest impact. 4. A dash of humor. Picture this. If every act of faith were a drop in an ocean, imagine the tidal wave of positivity we'd create. Sometimes, when life gets heavy, just remember that you're part of a divine domino effect. One small push can set off a chain reaction of miracles. 5. Final thoughts on impact. Wisdom seekers. Every step you take in trust of God's plan creates ripples of hope, inspiration, and transformation. Embrace your role as a beacon of light, knowing that your journey has the power to uplift and transform not only your life but the lives of countless others. As we draw this spiritual journey to a close, take a moment to reflect on all we've discussed today. From understanding the divine blueprint of your life to embracing your limitations as opportunities for growth. From trusting the unseen to taking bold, faith-filled actions, you now have a roadmap to unlock the greatness that God has destined for you. Remember these key points. Your life is a masterpiece in progress, meticulously designed by a loving Creator. Every limitation is a challenge meant to prepare you for a destiny that transcends the imaginable. Trusting the unseen is the essence of faith, an invitation to step into a realm of divine possibility. Divine timing is the heartbeat of your journey, urging you to be patient and embrace every moment. Your actions create ripples that extend far beyond your personal sphere, inspiring a wave of transformation in the world. I leave you with one final thought. In the midst of your doubts, in the silence of your waiting, know that God's plan for you is far greater than any fear, any limitation, or any moment of uncertainty. You are the chosen one, destined for a life of purpose, passion, and profound impact. So, wisdom seekers, I encourage you to watch this video till the end, not just as a source of inspiration, but as a constant reminder to stay awake and vigilant on your spiritual journey. Embrace your divine identity, trust in the unseen, and step boldly into the destiny that awaits you. Let every day be a testament to the power of faith, the beauty of divine timing, and the unyielding truth that you are chosen by God. Having said this,